Hi everybody, we are going to read Time Warp Trio, Knights of the Kitchen Table by Jon Scieszka. Chapter 1. Halt, vile knaves, prepare to die. Is he talking to us? Asked Fred. I looked around the small clearing. A dirt patch went from one end to the other. Fred, Sam, and I stood at one end. A large guy on a black horse stood at the other. He was dressed from head to toe in black armor like you see in those books about knights and castles. I don't see any other vile knaves around, I said. Sam cleaned his glasses on his t-shirt and took another look at the end of the path. Yes, there is a black knight down there. The sun glinted off the very real and very sharp swords hanging from the black knight's side. And yes, he looks like he's planning to hurt us, added Sam. Hey, it's not my fault, I said. I told Fred not to open it. You did not, said Fred. Did to, did not, did to. Excuse me, guys, said Sam. Can we discuss this later? I think that large, angry man in the black can is getting ready to kill us now. The Black Knight lowered his lance and set his shield in front of him. Hello there, Mr. Knight, sir, I called across the clearing. My name is Joe. My friends and I seem to have lost our way from my birthday party. If you could just take us to the nearest phone. None shall pass, boomed the Black Knight. If you could just point the way toward New York, we'll be on our way and none shall pass. I think I heard that somewhere before, said Sam. Thy tongue and garb aren't passing strange. Methinks thy band hails not from this shore. What did he say? Asked Fred. He said we look funny, and we're probably not from around here, I said. And right you are, Sir Knight, I called across the clearing. I threw in that sir part because they always talk like that in knight books. We are not from around here, and we would just as soon get out of your way. So if you would just point to that long, sharp stick of yours, silence, infidels or mayhap enchanters in thy weird robes and boots. We looked at each other. We were all wearing jeans and t-shirts and sneakers. We looked at the Black Knight. He had on pointed metal shoes, armored pants, an armored coat with hinges at the elbows and shoulders, and a huge metal helmet that looked like a black bell, all topped off with a fluffy black feather. His horse was likewise done up in a black skirt, a black saddle big as an armchair, and a matching helmet thing with a tuffy black feather. Weird robes and boots, said Sam. Look who's talkin', the Tin Man with feathers. He even dresses his horse funny. Enough of thy evil spells and chants, magicians, prepare to die. I think I liked none shall pass better than that prepare to die stuff, said Sam. The Black Knight flipped down the visor on his helmet. Do something, said Fred. Like what? I said. Like say some magic words. The Black Knight spurred his horse into a trot. Please? Thank you? Not those magic words, you idiot. Real magic words, like the ones your Uncle Joe uses. Abracadabra? The horse picked up speed. Hocus pocus? I shouted. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo? The Black Knight thundered toward us, his lance pointing directly at us. We were about to be killed more than 1,000 years before we were even born.
Chapter 2. But before the Black Knight arrives, maybe I should explain how 3 regular guys happen to find themselves facing death by shish kebab. It all started with my birthday party. My 2 best friends, Fred and Sam, were over at my house. We were just sitting around the kitchen table doing birthday kind of things. You know, eating junk, drinking soda, looking at the baseball my sister gave me. My mom started scooping up wrapping paper to throw away. That's when Sam found the other present. Hey Joe, here's one you missed. Sam held up a small rectangular present. It was wrapped in black and gold paper. Who's it from? My mom read the card and made a sour face. Your Uncle Joe. Yahoo! Uncle Joe was the best uncle anybody could have. He was a magician for a traveling circus, and his presents were always the best. Uncle Joe's stage name was Joe the Magnificent. I was named after him. Before he went off the deep end, my mother always added, the card says, "Happy birthday, magician in training. Be careful what you wish for. You might get it." "This is weird paper," said Sam, wiggling the present back and forth in the light. "I'll bet it's one of those disappearing coin trick boxes," said Fred. I took the present. "Maybe it's a cape that can make things disappear." "That would have come in handy last year. You could have used it to make all those rabbits disappear." Mom still had her sour face on. "Well, that really wasn't Uncle Joe's fault," I said. "I gave the hat the wrong command." "Come on already, open it," said Fred. I pulled back the black and gold paper and lifted it up. It's just a book," said Fred, rolling my baseball around the table. And it was a book. But it wasn't like any book I had ever seen before. It was such a dark, dark blue that it had looked almost black, like the sky at night. It had gold stars and moons along the back edge, and twisting silver designs on the front and back that looked like writing from a long time ago. I looked closer and read the title, The Book. "Great name for a book," said Sam. Mom looked relieved. "Hey, let me see." Fred dropped the baseball on the kitchen table and grabbed The Book out of my hand. "Wait a minute, Fred. Be careful." Fred opened the book. There was a picture of a guy on a black horse standing on a path at the edge of a small clearing. He was dressed from head to toe in black armor, like you see in those books about knights and castles. He didn't look very happy. "Oh man," said Fred, "wouldn't it be great to see knights and all that stuff for real?" Wisps of pale green mist began to swirl around the kitchen chairs. "Joseph Arthur, close that book and stop that smoking this instant." I grabbed the book and slammed it shut. The mist rose over the table, the stove, the refrigerator. Mom in the kitchen disappeared. And just for a second, I got that feeling you get when you dream you're falling. Then the mist and the feeling were gone, and Fred, Sam, and I were standing on the edge of a clearing. We stood at one end of a small path. At the other end stood the Black Knight.
So that was chapter 1 and 2. If you want to figure out how the rest of the story ends, please check out this book, and there's a whole series that follows.